Hello everyone and welcome back to Verified Common Reviews. Today's movie review is... This movie revolves around one of the mystery machine cases, but also sheds light on the origin of the Scooby Gang. We see a young Shaggy strolling down the beach with Scoob stealing meat and running from the cops. They meet, get acquainted over a sandwich, and Shaggy saves him from the cops. He gives him the name based on a snack box that he has. So Shaggy brings him home, gives him a collar, and makes a talking dog his friend. So next we see on Halloween, Shaggy and Scooby go on a trick-or-treat adventure where they get bullied by a bunch of stupid kids and their candy is thrown into what seems to be a haunted house. This is where they meet the remaining trio, Daphne, Velma, and Fred, who would decide to help them. They enter the house and find its so-called ghost who attacks them. While battling it in order to get the candies back, they accidentally end up revealing its secret and the old man living in it, along with the stash that he had robbed over the years. They hand him over to the police and form a group to solve such mysteries with more adventures waiting. Well, yeah, that's the introduction to the movie, and it is followed by an amazing montage of the original series, but in 3D. This was fascinating and refreshing. Hashtag nostalgia. So, back to present day, we see them enjoying lunch and discussing the future, and are surprised by a cameo from Simon Cowell himself, who wants to hire the gang, but not Shaggy and Scooby, as they do nothing but eat and goof around. Well, that works in catching criminals, right? I mean, they always give clues with the help of the food, so it works, right? And upset with this, they leave the gang and go to play bowling alley, because that's what they do when they're mad. Am I too old to see Scoob playing bowling and not laugh happily or be amused? Here they are interrupted by what looks like a gang of villains straight out of Spy Kids 3D or robots. They avoid these robots with a few gags and running around and manage to escape into the back alley where they are beamed up by a UFO. Now, I admit that I don't remember this, but was Blue Falcon and his sidekick Dynamite in the animated series or any other movies? I don't really remember them. And for some reason, Falcon is weirdly way too into social media and stage gimmicks. Anyways, they quickly dive into a chase with the villain of the movie, Dick Dastardly, a very PG-13 name I presume, who is out there collecting Cerberus, who is out there collecting Cerberus skulls and has already got one of the three. Meanwhile, Mystery Machine is gathering clues on where could Shaggy and Scooby go and get a massive clue from the bowling alley. Velma uses her gadget stuff and finds out the man behind these robots, Dick Dastardly. One thing I'm taking away from this movie is his name, Dick Dastardly. PG-13 is such a joke. Meanwhile, Team Falcon head to Promania, which is a location that Falcon got from Anonymous on a random 4chan type website, while literally ignoring the correct location that Dee Dee came up with, which I should address that she came up with the help of Shaggy and Scooby doing the ice cream jalapeno heat signature thing. Yeah, so yeah. And also, Mystery Machine figures out that Scooby is the last descendant of Peritas, Alexander's dog, and hence that could be the reason why Dick Dastardly wants him. Group Falcon reaches Promania and are greeted by Dick. This is gonna sound so wrong, but they fight Dick in an abandoned amusement park. There's a few good running gags like these.
Dick! Dick!
Like drop some F-bombs!
Hey man, whoa, let's keep it PG.
No, Falcon bombs!
They escape from Dick and Scooby learns that he is the key to something, followed by a sequence of growing distances between the two friends, like emotional montage. Meanwhile, Mystery Machine is pulled over by a cop, who they show is kinda hot and sexy, but it turns out to be Dick. Okay, what? So they're taken into Dick's ship, and while rotting in a cell, Daphne love traps a vacuum cleaner bot who helps them escape. They enter his planned room and discover why Dick is trying to collect Cerberus' skulls. He had a Scooby-type dog that was trapped. He needs Scooby to open up the portal as it cannot be opened up from inside, and his partner is kind of trapped in there with Cerberus himself. So Velma tries to hack into Dynamite and relay this information, but does the best and relays the important stuff before getting caught. So both Blue Falcon and Dick find out that the third skull is in a place called Messick Mountain. Team Blue Falcon reaches there first, which turns out to be an island inside a mountain. They bump into this caveman who challenges Blue Falcon in a gladiator type duel for winning the skull. So Fred and gang somehow manage to escape Dick and help Shaggy get to Scooby and the skull. But surprise, it's Dick. This Dick can be anyone he wants. This video is going down for sure. So Dastardly escapes with Scoob to open up the portal, and Shaggy mans up and gives an inspiring speech to the team to go after Dick, after Dastardly, who is in Athens now. As soon as they reach, Dastardly has already opened up the portal door and the Hell Treasure room and is welcomed by a huge Cerberus, but leaves it to Scooby and the gang to handle as he tumbles down to the treasure room to rescue his partner. After a while, when they seem to be not winning, or losing in this case, the one vacuum robo that Daphne befriended helps them along with a now motivated and straight-headed Blue Falcon. They manage to push it into the vault, but sadly, according to the documents and the ancient scriptures, one of the friends has to stay in and the other has to stay out and lock the doors. So with an emotional sacrifice moment and a few gags, Shaggy proceeds to lock it from inside while they exchange the final goodbyes to one another. And after what seemed to be a pretty touchy moment, a pillar of statue appears of Shaggy and Scooby out of nowhere with a message that could potentially bring back Alexander for Peritas. In this case, Shaggy for Scooby. And it works. The portal opens up and Cerberus kicks Shaggy out. And that is it. That's the end. That's how the mystery machine saved the day. Well, I don't really know if I'm too old for this or if I was not exactly the target audience, but I used to watch Scooby a lot. Like, I was a huge fan of Scooby-Doo and also the games, but it somehow seemed way too childish. Anyways, that's all for this movie. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and also subscribe for future review videos.